Well, I'm right in the middle of a project, and of course I went to use the welder and it decided it didn't want to work for me. Flipped the power switch on and the fan didn't come on. I guess your welder's not going to fail unless you're in the middle of the project. We're going to take it apart and see if we can't fix it. Oofda. It's pretty dirty in there. I think maybe we'll start by giving it a bath. Gosh, I can't imagine why it quit working. Okay, so what happened when I turned this thing on, this fan didn't come on. It was locked up tight. I blew the whole machine out. Put oil back here right on the shaft. Give it a little spin, worked it in and out, spin, worked it in and out. Now it spins pretty freely. One thing I do need to specify. That right there is a big gnarly capacitor. That means you take the cover off even if the welder is not plugged in. That big guy can still light your world up. Be very careful. Don't touch it or really anything in here that you don't have to, because it could potentially give you a real bad day. You don't want that. There. Disclaimer done. So anyhow, lube the fan up real good. I assume that's going to fix it. Barely even spun before, so it's pretty free. This thing was pretty dirty, and since I had it apart, I took the time to actually clean it up and make it not look like an old wore out, beat up, used and abused machine. It still is, it just doesn't look like it. I always like to start all the screws before I tighten any of them. That way if you have a misalignment issue, you're not fighting with already tightened screws and having to go back and loosen them off. Save you some headache in the long run. Once you got them all at least started, go back and snug them all up good. These are just sheet metal screws and tins, so you don't really want to crank on them because you will strip them out. Now we'll roll it back over to the outlet and plug it in and see if it works. Okay, the welder's back over in its home, all cleaned up, looking pretty. Plugged into the wall. Turn it on and see if the fan comes on. I'm gonna call that a win.